What is up, guys? It is Matt. Welcome back to the Chasing the Dream podcast. Before we get into this podcast, I need you guys to like, share, follow, subscribe, listen to us, follow us. Be greatly appreciated. Today, I believe we are hitting one of the last episodes of season 4 and then starting season 5 next episode. So this is our last episode of season 4, and who better to have this podcast with? His 5th time on Chasing the Dream podcast, Jrdn. Welcome back, Jrdn.
Dude, I am so happy to be here. Thank you, Matt, for having me. Thank you to Chasing a Dream. It is always a pleasure. Dude, we were talking before recording, and you said, I forget what it was. You were like, oh, I got all these questions and shit. I was like, cool, I got some shit too. And one of my things was like, we're gonna, what was it? We're gonna, my thing was like, oh, it's gonna be like my fourth time being on. And you said it was my 5th time, dude?
Your 5th time.
Dude, that's crazy. I got that so wrong.
So, I had to go through like all the podcasts, like every episode, and I'm like, okay, how many times have Jrdn been on? So, these are all the episodes that you guys can go back and listen to Jrdn on. He's been on episode 19, episode 28, episode 30, 32, and 39. This is episode 39.
Wait, did I beat Tyler?
You beat Tyler. I think Tyler's only been on twice or 3 times at least. At least twice. Hold on. Now it's gonna bother me.
Now we gotta figure
Hold on.
Out.
Hold on. Tyler, you're losing, buddy.
So funny.
Let's see.
I said that like a couple episodes ago. I was like, I had to beat Tyler.
1, 2, 3. He's been on 3. This is your 5th one.
That's beautiful. Dude.
Yeah, you've been on number 19, 28, 30, 32, and 39. And what better than to have the last episode of season 4 be with you for the 5th time?
Yeah. Dude, I'm honored. I feel like I either start or like end these. Like, I feel like I've done a lot of the beginnings of seasons and ends of seasons.
Yeah, and you were also the first episode to have the new intro that you made for the pod as well.
Yeah, that's so right.
I think that was 30, and I've been using it ever since.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm so happy about that. That was really cool to be able to do that.
So yeah, I find that freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm like the longest running person. I'll just hit you up and I'm like, yo, can I do a
pod.
Yeah. Like, I got some shit to talk about.
Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, if you guys can see on the screen, there's a lot of things Jrdn has done within these episodes. Each episode has been different, and each episode has been a different topic that we've talked about.
Yes.
Obviously, we don't need to get into detail what Jrdn is. You guys already know who he is. He's been on his pod 5 times already, so you guys don't need to know.
Yeah, you guys can go through any of those older episodes and find out anything about me, pretty much.
But the first episode was to get to know Jrdn. The second episode, I believe, was to get to know Jrdn a little bit more. Third episode was he released Luns. The 4th episode was when he released Flower in the Snow, if that's right. Yeah, that's the name. Yep. And then now we get to talk about his newest album coming out for the final time, for his one of his greatest accomplishments again.
Dude, I'm so hyped.
So,
yeah.
This album, so a lot of you who are probably listening to this is either gonna hear this album or haven't heard it, but I have heard the entire album because he sent it to me, and I listened to it, and I loved it. I loved every song on the album, especially one that I particularly picked out, which we're gonna get into.
I feel like I already know, but I'm so excited to talk about it, dude.
But so now I find it cool because 2 episodes within a year or 2, we've known Jrdn, we got to know him, and now he has 3 episodes talking about 3 different albums, and it's fucking crazy to me.
Dude, it's insanity, honestly. I'm very grateful to be able to do that, by the way, to be able to do this and to be able to release that much music.
I'm grateful, just the fact, and And again, another shout out moment for Tyler, aka Hypno World. If it wasn't for him, this podcast wouldn't be where it's at. And for all the people who have listened and the people who have followed, like, it wouldn't be this big and it wouldn't be this grateful. And I wouldn't meet Jrdn and actually be a good friend with Jrdn if this pod never happened.
Like, we met technically through Tyler, but through the podcast, and then you end up coming to one of my shows, and now I consider you like a homie, dude. So it's really cool to have this like working relationship type deal.
Oh yeah, but like it's just been an amazing thing. I mean, I've done YouTube. I mean, I'm going on basically my 10th year of doing content creating, and I've met some people like around the world, like not physically, but like, you know, through like social media, through Discord, through YouTube itself, and I have met some amazing people through content creating, gaming wise. But when it comes to podcasting, it's been a complete different journey and a complete new group of people. I just want to put this out there now because I've been so grateful for doing this podcast for just about 3 years, and I have met some amazing people, and I've met an amazing group, and the fact that I still have contact with everybody, and we still talk, we still get into doing these podcasts. And I'm going to do a little spoiler alert for this podcast. Season 5, I got a co-host coming. And
do we get to know?
Not yet. Not until the episode drops out.
Damn it.
And the guest on there is going to be the second time is Damian fucking Ray.
Let's go.
He's coming back on. We're going to be recording July 30th. And as by that time that comes out, we'll be in season 5.
Hey.
So, Jrdn gets to end season 4, and Damian Ray gets to open season 5.
That's awesome.
But in season 5 is going to be a lot different, because from season 5 on, we're going to do a lot of, instead of audio recording, we're going to try to do some FaceTime recordings as well. So it could be a little different.
You do that already, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. You did that with CJ. I watched that one.
A lot of people love to do it, and a lot of people don't, and I can understand it. But I feel like it'd be a lot better, like, having, like, face-to-face, like, interactions instead of audio calls, especially where I'm recording it as well, and it's also a video for YouTube. So I think 100%. A lot of people love watching and seeing facial expressions than just hearing it. So
I know with like when I listen to podcasts, I like both, because sometimes I want to like just have it on the go.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily care about what's going on, but then I also sometimes I'm at home and I just want to watch something. So it's a cool vibe you guys are doing with that.
And
I'm here for it.
And it's funny too, because like the only reason why I want to change it up to start FaceTime calling people is because I've been listening/watching Bad Friends, which is Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee, and they do like recordings and they do audio as well. And doing audios is good because obviously people can listen to you on the go and whatever, but also doing a video where you can actually get clips and you can start promoting episodes. Yeah. So that's kind of what I want to start doing with this podcast. And obviously I'm going to keep this in here because I want you guys to hear the next plans for this podcast. I mean, last episode I said something about it, and we're also going to try to do every Tuesday or every other Tuesday a podcast episode.
Ooh.
So I'm going to be more relevant, and I've been more caught up to date. Season 5, I'll get into a little bit of why I've been so motivated. Just hint, I'm going through therapy right now for a lot of life things, and one of these things is getting motivation back. Not that long ago, I don't know if I mentioned it in my last episode, but I did hit 800 subscribers on my gaming channel. I'm at 814 right now. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty happy. And now it's just time to get this. I got my vlog channel going. I just released 5 vlogs straight. So. Which,
not to plug, but like I also did the intro for that. So.
Yeah, he did do the intro for that one as well. It's fucking amazing.
If you guys peep that shit out and you like it, like hit my line. I'm
Dude, I gotta start fucking putting your link in there when I start doing the vlogs too. Intro by Jrdn. Here's his links. I gotta start doing that now.
Beautiful. I'll take anything, bro. I love it.
But yeah, so let's get right into this freaking podcast, dude. Last episode of season 4. We gotta get into it. We shoot the shit. We start questions. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
That's why I love podcasting.
That's beautiful.
All right. let's get into it. I don't know if I want to start with the album first or if I want to start with something that you might think I'm a little creepy about.
Dude, you can't say that. I did not want to know that creepiness question.
Okay, so do you want me to start with the album or the creepy ones?
Well, that's such a hard question. Well, okay, so I have like...
First hard question.
Yeah, no, creepy, fuck it up, dude. Whatever you... I feel like it's not going to be creepy to me, but yeah, shit.
It might be because last time that I did research on something that you were doing, you said, wow, you did some fucking research on me.
Oh, yeah, you did like the Nardwar shit. Okay,
yeah.
Nardwar me up, dude.
Okay.
Let's go.
Alright, first topic. So,
yeah.
On your Instagram, I've noticed something in it.
Jesus.
And I followed it, and I was just like, what is he doing? You're in a fucking band, dude?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I'm in a band. That's a new revelation. So, to go off a little bit about, was that it? Do you want me to talk about the band?
Well, I got 3 questions about like being in the band. I have it like a separate like little section on the notes app right now, so.
Okay, well let me I'll run through it a little bit and then yeah, we'll keep going with questions on the band. So yeah, it's we're called What Breaks.
Mm-hmm.
They're up in Maine, and we kind of do shows all throughout Maine. We've done a couple shows in Brunswick. Where we have one coming up in Old Town, Maine in August 20th. I think that's the next band show. And yeah, it's recent, very recent, but it's been a very fun thing. It's a few of us. Yeah, we got a drummer. He's really cool. Shout out Jay. And then we got rhythm guitarist Fisher Ryan. He makes incredible music. Shout out to him. Check him out on all platforms. He also does vocals for the band, and then I play lead guitar. And we're kind of in the bass player vibe is a little bit up in the air right now, but that's kind of the rundown on the band.
Perfect. So one of the questions there's only 3 questions that I wanted to put on there. You answered one of them, which was who was in the band. So now we only got 2. So first one I'm going to ask you: how come you wanted to do a band?
Well, I mean, I've always kind of wanted to be in a band. I've always looked up to bands musically. Like, so growing up, I was big into the Beatles and Red Hot Chili Peppers. So that was which I think I talked about in episode 1, but that was has always been a thing for me. I've always loved the band vibe. I've been hesitant on this band specifically. I was hesitant at first because the last band I kind of was in was like we didn't do anything. Nothing really like fucking happened, and it was still a good vibe. It was still fun, but we just didn't really get anywhere. So I was like, I don't know if it's gonna actually work out. But everyone's super driven, and we've been able to do shows. We've been able to make some music. So it's been a lot of fun, yeah. And it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of always something that's been consistent in my life and like musical career, I guess.
I mean, you are pretty fucking talented on the goddamn guitar. I mean, from the show that I went to, you fucking shredded your guitar and made your fingers bleed. Holy shit. That was fucking insane.
I still have the blood on that guitar. I didn't clean it off, guys. It's still gross.
that was fucking insane. So then,
that was a fun one. Yeah.
Now this is going to be probably one of the highlight questions.
Yes.
What's the difference between being in a band and doing a solo career?
Well, it's interesting. They're very similar right now because, like, I don't know. I'm not at any form of like notoriety necessarily. I'm not like super famous and like, you know, going on tour and shit like that. But like, it's I guess it's the biggest thing is collaboration, right? Because you gotta think with being in a band, there's like multiple people, so it's like, and they're all doing something different most of the time. So it's like, you gotta take into consideration how this person feels, how that person feels, and how you feel. Versus when you're by yourself, it's just you. So it's like right now we're doing a lot of covers in the band and some original stuff, but a lot of it is like talking, like collab, like it's just a big collaborative effort. It's just basically like the solo stuff on with more people. That's all it really is. Is like, you know, when you're by yourself, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, you don't have any rules with it necessarily. Versus where, you know, when you're in a band, you have you know, the drummer wants to do this that might not work with what the guitar player or the bass player wants to do, but you know, we got to talk it out, figure it out. So it's a lot of like communication,
Yep.
a lot of just figuring it out, and figuring out what works for everybody and what doesn't. And that's been a big thing on why I've enjoyed being in this band so much, is because it's just been good to have like-minded people that are also very driven with it. So it's yeah, it's been good overall.
Do you think it gives you more of like a new skill and like a better mindset when you go back to like your own stuff?
Oh yeah, dude, 100%. Like well, it's just shown me like playing with people is so different than playing, like obviously than playing by yourself, but like it's just there's so much I learned from just being around other musicians, and then playing with other musicians is a whole nother ball game of you pick up on things that they do and vice versa. And I've learned a big thing I've learned is how to like chill out, honestly, because I'll get into my own stuff and get really shreddy with it or whatever. I'll be going really hard, and then like when I'm with the band, it's like I can't do that all the time. You know, I can't fucking just go. I gotta like, sometimes I gotta chill out. You know, take a breath, maybe not play for a minute or whatever. You know, but it's really taught me a lot about that, about playing with other people.
I'm sure it probably taught you a lot of like being patient with certain things because you don't want to
Oh
like
yeah.
give yourself that spotlight, but yet you have 3, 4 other people in the band who are extremely talented as well, and
Well,
they also need that
it's
spotlight.
beautiful. It's beautiful because we all get to have our own little moments, and you know, there's the part where you're doing a show, you like introduce everybody, and like I don't know, it's just something
Hmm.
special with jamming with other people.
So do you guys plan to like make like original music slash like albums or?
Yeah, we haven't really talked about like an album or anything, but we do a lot of our own, like we'll write our own stuff and then bring it to the band and then do it as like a group.
Hmm.
So me and specifically Fisher will we write a lot of music in general, and so we'll bring stuff to the band and see if they want to do it, see if everybody wants to do it, and then we'll practice and you know go over it and figure it out. But yeah, it's yeah, we haven't really gotten that far yet. It's like I said, it's very new, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Good. Good
Yeah,
shit.
it's just beautiful. I'm loving it. Loving life right now.
Good. But yeah, guys,
Yeah.
check them out. Check them out. Check that band out.
Yeah,
Um,
what breaks?
what breaks? I'll put the Instagram in the description because I think that's the only thing you guys got right now, right?
We have an Instagram, Facebook.
Facebook.
There's some stuff under Fisher's. A lot of Fisher's music we do.
Hmm.
And we do some of my music too. So if you check out either me or Fisher, you'll get similar vibes on what the band kind of does.
Sweet.
But yeah, the Instagram and the Facebook are probably the most direct way
Yeah.
to see anything.
Yeah, I'll put those in the description. I know I have the Instagram, but I don't think I have the Facebook, so I might have to have you send me that one.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
But yeah. But yeah, so check them out. I just wanted to get onto that because like that's something new. That's something new you've done, and I kind
Yeah,
of
dude.
wanted to talk a little bit
I'm
about
glad
it.
you peeped that. That's awesome.
All right, let's get into this new album, dude.
Oh shit. Yeah, yeah.
Let's get into this. So, how'd you come up with the name for this album?
Oh, that's a great question. So I actually know the answer to this one too. So my brother lived in Japan for 10 years, and he's now back over there. And I was talking to him, and I was like, I know I wanted something Japanese,
Hmm.
and I wanted something that was kind of like Maine, and kind of like, because I'm from Maine, born and raised, and I wanted something that was kind of like a tie between both of those, because I wanted it to be a little bit kind of like mysterious. And so basically I asked him like what would kind of fit that vibe, and he gave me a couple words, and I liked Aomari because it means blue forest.
Hmm.
That's like the translation or whatever. I don't know if that's super direct, but that's close enough. But yeah, it means blue forest, and it's I found that very beautiful and pretty, and it just kind of related to like I grew up in the woods, so like I was like, oh my god, that's perfect. And then um blue forest kind of makes me think of like obviously like you guys will see the album cover where it's literally just like blue tinted trees and shit like that. But I also wanted it to portray the sadness behind that, like feeling blue, feeling
Hmm.
down, but also in a kind of like nature can be a very calming sort of thing. Like the I think nature bathing is originated in Japan actually. So there is that, and there's an interlude on the album where I talk with one of my friends about all the stuff kind of about nature and a lot about water and just a whole bunch of that. But yeah, it's basically, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
I mean, I think.
Anything else I can say, but no, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
But yeah, you guys can see on the screen of the podcast of the album cover and the name of what it's going to look like. When it comes out, do you? Obviously, it's probably going to be the end thing, but I want to say it now. Do you have like an official release date for it?
Yeah, August 6th.
August 6th.
Dropping, I think, as soon as it hits August 6th, so like midnight.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm very excited for that. We got one more single coming out. I did a cool thing. I'll just throw this in there real quick. A cool thing I did for this album, which is I've always struggled with, was a release strategy. So I've kind of didn't do it as properly as I wanted to, but I'm putting out 3 singles. 2 of them are already out as of recording this episode, and then I think one will be coming out around when this comes out or after, or yeah, they will come out before this episode comes out. But yeah, I was pretty proud of that because I haven't really done it too well in the past, but I felt like dropping all the features, all the songs with features as singles, and then you get to hear the whole album as a whole project when it comes out in August. But
sweet.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
So in the previous, I want to say it's your last one or the third one. I can't remember which one it was. We actually talked about, I'm going to skip 2 questions real quick and I'm going to put on this one. Okay. Is it? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
We'll get there.
So we talked about in like one of your last episodes where we kind of talked about, I think at the time, 3 of your albums. Your first album, Lunds, Flower in the Snow. And we kind of...
The first was On the Precipice, and then Lungs was second, and then Flower in the Snow. And that was like the acoustic. I've done many a project before, but that was for the acoustic stuff, yeah.
Yeah. We kind of... When Flower in the Snow came out, we kind of did a thing where we kind of picked out your favorite albums and what you hate.
Ooh.
We're on 4. People haven't heard this yet. They haven't heard. Yeah, so no one has heard this album yet, but let's kind of give them that taste of what it will be like. So, if you had to put them in perspective with all 4 of the albums that you have,
fucking question.
But with all 4 of the albums that you have, let's put them in order from your favorite to least favorite because of like just basically on sound.
Okay, so. Well, real quick, something got messed up with my distribution. So, both On the Precipice and Lungs are not out everywhere anymore. But I'm working on that. There's a whole new project around that coming out, but that's for a later time. But yeah, sonically, fuck. On the Precipice, cause like that's my least favorite, like quality wise, sound wise.
Yep.
Cause I just was like, that was the first go at that. That was like. Yeah, probably Lungs, and then Aomari, and then Flower in the Snow. Flower in the Snow is still like my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a really deep spiritual thing for me. So I had to pull it up. But yeah, Flower in the Snow, and then yeah, that's probably it. That's probably the top one for sound wise. But
so now we know for next time when Jrdn comes on, when he has his 5th album come out, we're gonna do it again.
Oh my god. I don't like this game. No, it's great. But, yeah, no, I'd have to do that. It's weird because this is like a new album, so I should be like, this is my favorite. But it's something with Flower in the Snow just hit different for me. But I think they're 2 totally different projects. That's why I can't even, that game doesn't make sense to me because
So I guarantee you now it's going to be Flower in the Snow, Amari, and then your 5th album, and then this album, and then that album.
Yeah, they all suck. Fuck it.
The only one that doesn't suck is Flower in the Snow.
Yeah, everyone else sucks. Don't listen to my music, guys.
It's probably... Watch, it's gonna change the next podcast. You know, I kind of like Amari now a little bit more than Flower in the Snow. So now we're gonna switch it up a little bit.
It's so gonna change, dude. Oh my god, that's so funny. Holy shit.
I see it. I just see it. It's gonna fucking change.
Yeah, it's gonna flip flop. Well, dude, I have so much shit like that I'm planning. It's not even funny. Like, and I'm not trying to be like braggy or anything. It's just like literally like there's a lot going on in my brain and in my private SoundCloud. So like, yeah, there's more to come for sure. But yeah, I feel like that's a fair ranking right now.
Yeah, that is a fair. I say that's a fair ranking. I mean, you guys will hear it August 6th, obviously, the whole album.
Oh, and it's like this new project's incredible. There's. Can I get into it a little bit?
Go ahead. Get it right into this, dude.
So like, yeah, cause like there's some shit I'd like to talk about. So, specifically with the features, cause that's kind of what I'm kind of trying to save some of it to be like a complete surprise when it comes out. But the 3 features. So this was like Flower in the Snow. Well, I had my best friend Ashley. She was the only feature on that album, and that was like really special to me because she's like my childhood best friend. We've known each other since we were 2, so that was a whole special thing. But this is special in a different way feature-wise because every feature on it except for the interlude feature, which was my friend. She lives in Portland, but all the other features are from either out of state or out of country, which is the first time I've ever done something like this. So the first one to come out was Free Fall. That came out at the end of May, and that was with V Fierce. And he's out in Chicago. I met him through this girl that featured on my album Lungs, and yeah, he's out in Chicago. And then we got so that was just really cool to have that happen. That was like kind of the first one. And then we got Goddamn, which just came out a couple weeks ago, I think. And that's with the name's a little confusing, but it's plus 44 2 Diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And he's from the UK, so that was a real trip and a half. And I originally was shuffling. This was 3 years ago now. I was shuffling through music on SoundCloud, and he randomly popped up in my like this is the suggested song, and he just came on, and I really fucked with his music, and I hit him up, and I was the first person to hit him up that wasn't his friends or family, and so that like instantly created a bond between us. And then like I think last year I hit him up and I was like, yo, we should make a song, send him a song, and then he hopped on and it turned out to be beautiful. And that the song is called Goddamn, and that one flows into the next one very well. It's my favorite part of the album. I love that flow. And then the last song on the album, Time in Hand, which, do you have a question about this song? Because you really I know you like this one.
Yeah, I got a few questions on that one, and I think
let's do that because I'll hold off on that one.
All right. So yeah,
that one's the craziest one.
Yeah, that was the one that I actually like put on here, and I put it like I literally put Time in Hand is literally like what I put on there because I knew a little bit about it. I want to know what the writing behind it was because it just seemed I don't know what it was. I'm trying to still figure it out. I've listened to it probably 10 times since you sent me this like privately to listen to the entire album to take notes on. And don't get me wrong, I love every other song, and obviously the next question is going to be like, how'd you try to come up with all these fucking names? But we'll get into that later.
It's beautiful.
But no, like I was just like, I've listened to it at work multiple times because like I unload a truck at Target. It's my job until I get my automotive job, and I was just like unloading the truck, and I'm sitting there and I'm just listening to it. I'm like, something's hitting with this song, and I can't fucking get it. And it's been that is the only song that like I couldn't really like take a note in. So I was like, I'm not going to talk about any other song on this album besides this one. I mean, we'll talk about the ones with features and shit, but like,
yeah,
this was the one that kind of stuck out to me the most, and it was like, okay, this needs to be fucking talked about. So I just want to know, like, where was your fucking mind in this? Because there's something about this song that I can't get.
Well, I'm trying to think. I should pull up the lyrics to some extent. I don't know if I have the lyrics on my phone. I don't think I do. But yeah, basically, that song's a trip and a half, no pun intended, because the feature, but which I'll get into that in a minute. That's another cool part about it. But I mean, the chorus is like just holding time in my hands, like that's the main it's or just holding time in my hand. I don't think it's plural, but it's it's kind of just like you're watching your life like move, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? I guess that's the best way to explain it. Like, it's just kind of like about time passing you by, and it's like right there, like literally like in your hand, and you're just trying to kind of hold on to that, but you kind of can't.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's my most like introspective, like deep discussion explanation on it. But yeah, it was a really fucking cool song. I don't know, it's something special to me because like I had I'm trying to think. So the first little bit, like there's an interlude or an intro part that's just an instrumental, and then it goes into the chorus for people that haven't heard it yet. And the intro part was, it was the first time I ever used banjo on a song, which was really cool because I was borrowing my buddy's banjo. And yeah, I'd never pulled that off before, so that was really cool. It was a song of first for me. And there was so the feature's a really big name. It's the biggest feature I've ever had. It's this guy Trippy the Kid,
Mm-hmm.
and he's actually out in New Jersey, so another out of state feature. And he yeah, big name, hella clout, very excited about that. And it was just really cool to be able to work with him because I've looked up to him for a while, and I was like, I'm just gonna. He put a thing on his story where he's doing a discount for features, and I was like, I'm just gonna reach out. He's not gonna look at it, and then he hit me up, and he was like, Yo, I'll do something, and I was like, fuck. So I sent him this song, or no, I didn't even send him a song. I had like a deadline because I dropped some money on it to like down payment to like select this, get the spot selected, and then I was like, fuck, I got no time to do this. So I was hanging out with my friend, and I was like, yo, I gotta do this, and they were like, no, we're trying to do something. I'm like, no, I gotta do this. So I go into their like bedroom, like upstairs, and I'm like whispering because people are trying to sleep. So I'm like doing the vocals really quietly, and I think that's how it came out like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was doing like a lot quieter of a vocal for it. It was still layered, doing my normal thing, but like it was just a whole different process. And then I got his part back, Trippy the Kid's part, and I was like, oh my god. And then I asked him for more because there was like it was really short, and it was originally, it wasn't supposed to be his second verse on it.
Mm-hmm.
It was originally just supposed to be my chorus, his verse, and then my chorus and end. But it just didn't feel right. So then he was like, yeah, I'll do more, and then he did like another 15 seconds or so, and it came out to be like it's one of my favorite songs I've ever made. It's up there. And it's just super special to me because of like what I put into it, the person being on it. And that's coming out, that's the last single to drop. That's coming out the 22nd, so in 3 days from this episode, recording this episode. So I'm super fucking excited for that. Yeah, and that's just, there's a lot to it. I don't know, it's not, I can't really say like, I'm happy to hear that it makes you feel like a certain way, but I don't really know like what the explanation of that is. I guess that's my best explanation on that, but
I mean, I'd say like probably like what you said, like it kind of makes sense with like your life kind of changing in time.
yeah.
And I think the only reason why that I can relate to that is because obviously in like one of my previous podcasts when I started season 4, I came back after a 5-year breakup, and
Yeah.
from the time that me and her broke up till like now, like I can look back at my life and how much it's changed in basically now a year since that breakup has happened. Like a few things, like, you know, I probably just found my wife. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I probably did.
Yeah, you guys are hella cute. I love seeing this shit on the Instagram and shit like that.
Like, I think I probably found the love of my life finally to settle down with and have a family with. I'm going to college for automotive.
Beautiful.
My momentum and my motivation is back to content create and podcast again.
I love that.
Like, you know, and my life's just, I feel like it's taken one of the greatest spirals that it's ever taken in like the longest time. Because if you guys didn't know, I'm not trying to make this about me, but my life took a fucking turn for probably the worst. If you guys haven't listened to the podcast to open season 4, go listen to it, because I kind of explained a little bit about the darkest time of my life and my life going to shit and why I stopped content creating for a long time. But I think that might be the reason on why I kind of can like relate to the song a little bit, because of my life just it just went somewhere. And one of the things that I try not to talk about is like I would get drunk and I would get high and I drove to Rochester, New Hampshire and back and I didn't even know.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and from that moment to now and how I am right now, going to be a year of no smoking weed, nicotine, nothing.
Beautiful, man. I'm proud of you.
To now, like, it's just fuck, dude. So I wonder if that's why.
The song's a weird look at like existentialism, but it doesn't have to be like a negative type of thing. And I think that's like the way you're taking it. Honestly, is a very positive route, and I think it can be looked at as like, yeah, time's moving and fleeting, but also that you've had this beautiful things happen. Like it's a very, I don't know, it's a very introspective song. So it's take it how you want, really.
Yeah. I don't know. I think just the way how you kind of explained it.
Yeah.
Kind of makes now sense on why it kind of stuck out to me the most.
I'm very grateful that it affected you the way it did, because that's like kind of one of my main goals with music is to like have people feel something or have it affect them in a certain way, and like I think that's beautiful. So I'm very glad to hear that.
Yeah, like I don't know.
And I'm very glad you're doing well, man. Mad props to sobriety and all that.
Yeah,
that's cool as fuck.
Like it's just I don't know. It kind of makes sense now, to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like one of like the major songs that stuck out, and I'm like, yeah, this is probably the only one we're gonna talk about besides like all the feature ones, but and which obviously
I wanted to plug those because those were singles too, so like that was kind of my vibe with that. But yeah, no, Time in Hand's definitely like one of the shining stars of the album for sure.
By the way, the feature he's got Trippy the Kid. He is one of the ones that I so want on this pod, dude. He is one of the people that I want on this pod.
Honestly, it probably wouldn't be that impossible. I'm trying to think logistically, but like, I mean, Tyler also is kind of tight with him too, so like.
Well, I've tried. I think Tyler's tried. I think Tyler almost had him, and then shit happened in my life that took like another turn, so we couldn't do his pod because I think we were supposed to do it like at the end of August last year, and it just didn't happen. Because of everything that happened,
We'll get there. We'll make it happen. I'll push for it too, bro.
Yeah, I really want him on. Like he's one of, besides CJ, like he was one of the people that I really wanted on.
He's a goober, dude. He's a big goofball. So it'd be a great podcast.
Oh yeah, but like when I got CJ, I got so fucking happy. I'm like, oh my god, he fucking answered. Holy shit.
Dude, like CJ's cool, dude.
But like I got him, and I'm like, hell yeah! Now I just need Trippy, and then now there's two. I think there's two. Yeah, there's two other people that I've gotten so close with, and I got in contact with. I've said them like early on in the pod. It was Sahaj from a local band named Raw, and then what's his name? David Michael Frank, who had a fucking amazing journey, and I was like, I got so close with them. And then they were just like, do a few more things, and then we'll talk later. I'm like, shit. So, but I got close. Yeah, I got close to having two people.
Keep pushing.
So, it's making me motivate even more. So it's like, Trippy's going to be next. Then I'm going to try for those two and see what happens.
Hell yeah.
So, all right. Now let's go back to one of the questions. It was, how is this album different from Flower in the Snow?
Oh, they're completely fucking different, bro. They're complete opposites. I don't know. Flower in the Snow is more spiritual and like more like my process on that. It's weird. I don't know. It's like there's a weird like deepness to it that I can't really explain. That sounds vague, but it's not. And then fucking I don't know. Aaron Mari's just like. It's a lot shorter. It's got more features. It's got more like. I feel like it's split into two parts, whereas like, Flower in the Snow kind of told a story in like a bunch of different segments. I don't know. They're different lengths. I feel like I was in way different spots recording both of them and putting them both together. I mean, I obviously like Flower in the Snow literally like has snow in the title. It was meant to be like a kind of wintry based album. I laid in the snow in the ground to get the album photo. Like I was like the first snow hit and I was like, all right, we're going to go get that photo. And then A.O. Mari's like definitely summertime vibes. Like I wanted it to be late summer, which is perfect because it's coming out in like beginning August, so it's like kind of winding down summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's odd because they're like the acoustic like singy vibe that it's still very sonically similar, but it's when you crack them down to like what they are, they're two totally different mindsets.
So then that's gonna.
I'm like, oh, they're so different, bro.
But like now it kind of leads to like, what was the writing like for it? Like for all the songs that you've put on this album, like what was the writing like?
Let me look.
And then it's gonna lead into, after you answer the writing of the album, then it's gonna go into what song was the hardest to make.
Oh, ooh.
You can answer them either way on how you want to answer them.
Oh, okay. That's a good question. Fuck. I mean, writing. They like most of the songs when I write songs, they just kind of come to me, and then I'll just kind of slowly piece it together. And then I'll listen to it a bunch of times. It's basically like proof listening, and then I'll get it to a point where I like it, and I'll keep listening to it. I'll usually set it aside for a minute and come back to it. Set it aside again, come back to it, and then it will get finished at some point. I mean, because most of this stuff was from last year. It usually takes me about a year from recording to putting it together to then getting it released. It's usually about a year or more sometimes, but this process has been about a year, like of these types of albums. Yeah, I don't know. It's like actually writing the songs. Yeah, just I don't know. I get an idea, or maybe I have like a word or something, and then get a chord progression and just keep going from there.
Mm-hmm.
What was the hardest one?
Yeah, like what was the hardest song to make on the album?
Hardest song. I mean, probably "Time in Hand," because that was like nerve-wracking as fuck. And I was like, this needs to be perfect. And then let me see. What? Fuck. Probably Green Tea was oddly hard. Because that one's a solo one, and that one just I think I wanted it to be like super cut and dry, so I did it. Usually I'll loop some guitar and then like loop another part and then like add a little riff or whatever, and I'll like cut and paste and put together a bunch of different parts to the song.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted Green Tea to sound more like I'm just sitting there singing it, so I did like very low layers. And it was just a continuous take on the guitar, so it probably took me a while to actually get that down because it was like one continual take. But I wanted it to sound more raw and real, so it was like I was like, I'm gonna do it this way. But yeah, probably Green Tea or Time in Hand, just because Time in Hand was like a little bit stressy on the level of what I had to do for it and who it was.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, probably those two.
Perfect. Answered literally everything in one go.
Hey!
Let's go.
Let's go.
So now we're gonna get into the comparison between your new album and Lunds. That we've already done the comparison to Flower in the Snow and your new album. Now we're gonna talk about with this one and Lunds. So what is the difference between Lunds and your new album?
Well, I mean, obviously, again, same thing kind of with it's not exactly the same because this one's a little different of an answer, but I mean, they're different projects, like off rip. Again, different times, different lengths, different vibes, different times of life. I honestly feel like Lungs and Ao Murray are very similar, or very much more similar than Flower in the Snow. To either of them, I would compare Ao Murray a lot more to Lungs. They're both around the same time. Yeah, and they just got they got a lot more mellow. I mean, it's all kind of mellow, but I don't know. It's for whatever reason in my brain they fit a little bit more closely than Flower in the Snow does. I feel like Flower in the Snow kind of sits by itself, which is ironic because that's kind of like what it is. But I don't know. This is such a deep fucking question. Like I'm trying to answer it like the best I can, but I kind of can't because they're all like different. And I don't just want to be like, yeah, it's different, bro. But like, yeah, it's different, bro.
but like, let me put it in a better way too. So like,
yeah.
Obviously, so let's put all three of them together. Lunds, Flower in the Snow, Moray.
Yeah.
do you? Okay, let's do one topic at a time. Do you think when it comes to features, do you think with all three of those albums, do you think you have more like features on like your new album or on Flower in the Snow or on Lunds? Like, do you think like you've definitely like kind of like went out in feature wise?
I mean, Lungs and Aomari have the exact same amount. Oh no, actually, Aomari has the most features, but Lungs and Aomari are very more similar. It's like, I don't know. It's really weird. I mean, Flower in the Snow, I kept the features very low. It was just the one, because I wanted it to be a very special project. But yeah, on the new album, Aomari, yeah, it had, I don't know, it had some good. I love the features on all of them, honestly, but yeah, I don't know. Hard to compare, dude. But yeah, Lungs and Aomari are oddly, like, now that I'm actually thinking about it, they're oddly similar in the ways that they play out. And I mean, you can kind of hear bits and pieces of all of them within all of them, so they all kind of connect. Because it's all my music, so it's all, obviously, it's all gonna have a similar vibe to it, similar mindset. Yeah, this is racking my brain. I love it. See, this is why, guys, if you ever get the chance to come on the podcast, totally take that opportunity. It's so lit because he makes your brain hurt.
I mean, hey, you gotta get some interesting questions for some people, man. Like,
oh, dude,
you don't know. Like, this is the one thing that I've like learned about podcasting, and obviously I took my time. Like, I obviously you guys know I'm part of ZOD. I took a little bit of time away from ZOD to kind of just like get my brands put together and like try to make things work better. And one of the things was I learned a lot about podcasting. You always want to make your like you're the host, and you want to make your guest like really think about questions, especially if they're like an artist or content creator or a filmer. Like, you really want to get their minds going. So I kind of learned how to do that, and I would put down like, I'll give you guys like a little behind the scenes. I write down questions on my phone, and I just kind of go off of like either an order or I bounce around depending on how they answer it. And when they answer it, I start coming up with other questions in my head, so that's why it makes the podcast a little bit longer. So I was like, I got a base, but now it's like, hey, they answered a question. Okay, so now I can get a question out of their answer. And it just keeps going and going and going. And it's like, the more questions you have, the more their brain thinks, the more their brain hurts, and the more they have to think about their creativeness. And it's kind of cool.
It creates creativity.
Exactly.
Ooh.
That's what I love about this.
Oh, yeah. I just drank so much water while you were doing that.
Look,
right.
I'm on a Celsius, coffee, and a Rush, so I'm good.
So valid. Dude, you got me right there with you. I just finished my coffee, actually. I was like, before we were doing this, I was like, I'm making coffee real quick. It was so funny. I love it. We're both heavily caffeinated.
Hell yeah. So I'm a little hyper right now.
Me too. It's kind of my baseline, though. I love it. But yeah, like, back to what, I don't even know how to properly answer that question about comparison with them. Like, I get worked up in it. I don't get worked up in it, but I get slipped up in it because it's like, they're all similar but different. Like, I guess that's the best way to put it. Yeah.
I mean, I know they're like genre-wise, like, I think they're all completely different from each other. I think.
I don't know. Because they're all, like, they all have different elements. Because it's all that, like, folky, like...
Because I know...
guitar and singing,
which one was it?
They're all so different.
I think it was Flower in the Snow that you were... Besides, like, it being, like, a special project, but, like, I think you were more, like, kind of excited with Flower in the Snow because of... It was kind of, like, a different taste of what you would, like, normally do.
Yeah. It's like a different flavor.
Yeah. It's like vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry.
It's all ice cream. It's just a different flavor. That's my answer. That's it. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like a good way to put it at that point. Like, they're all kind of the same genre, but like I think between like all three of them, it's just like different style in a way.
Like when you were asking me to compare them, I'm like, oh Jesus fuck, like that's crazy, because it's like they're all like so like the same but not. Like so
And
that was a really good
and
one.
it,
That really stumped me.
and it makes it good too, because like the audiences haven't heard this album yet, and when this episode comes out, the album's still not going to be out.
Bet.
Your 3 songs will be, but
Bet.
not the album.
Yeah, people are gonna have to wait.
Yeah, little tease.
Little tease. I just burped. I hope that didn't pick
I
up.
don't think it did.
Did it?
I don't know. I'll have to listen back.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Chase the Dream podcast is full of shit. I guarantee it.
No.
It's full of everything, man. Oh,
Dude, I'm like on the mic right now, so like this mic picks up everything sometimes. So I don't know if this.
I don't know.
Making it better.
I don't know. I don't think I heard anything, but like I guarantee I'm gonna
Okay, that's good.
because I usually do like the adding in your music, like the beginning,
Yeah.
like the intro part, and going through and making sure that I want everything in it or not, which is why I like podcasting better. But like, I guarantee I'm gonna watch back and I'm gonna hear a little, and I'm like, oh, it caught it.
He got the bird.
So the other question would be,
Yes.
what was the hardest part of the album? Like, was it the songwriting? Was it the name? Was it the cover? Was it getting the features? Like, what was the hardest part of it?
I don't know. Features were a little bit tricky just because of like, yeah, it was either features or like releasing it because I with the features it's just working with other people, so you got to kind of work with them, you know, not against them. So sometimes it gets tricky, and then the releasing of it, I like low-key got into when after I dropped Free Fall, which was the first single with Be Fierce, I got into this like rut and like just kind of almost a depression, like, and I just neglected doing it and like uploading it or anything, and then I finally did it and it just felt so good. But like, yeah, that little release process was a little bit much.
Mm-hmm.
This time around, just because I was like not in the right headspace to be doing music or to be releasing anything or to just be promoting or anything. So I'm actually glad it worked out like that, because it coming around to it now, I feel a lot better around it. So it's worked out. But yeah, either probably the features or the release process.
Mm-hmm. So now this is gonna be another question.
Uh-oh.
So basically, out of all 4 of your albums, like, do you really feel like you definitely like kind of involved in like skill wise, quality wise, music taste wise?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, every time I make something, it's pushing for something else. So I definitely feel like I did evolve and grow. I think there's still more room, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely feel like in the grand scheme of things, it was a big push for a new direction. I learn something new every project, like whether it be usually multiple things, but I usually learn something pretty big every time. So yeah, I'd say yeah, definitely.
So out of the 4 albums, what was like for each album? Like, what did you learn from each one?
Oh boy.
I'm coming up with these in my head.
I know, dude, you're shooting fucking great shit at me. I mean, on the precipice, the first little acoustic thing I did, it was like I learned kind of how I wanted those to be set up. Lungs, I'd say I learned more about the flow of like the album, and I learned about like how I kind of wanted my shit to sound.
Mm-hmm.
I think Flower in the Snow was like the big push for that kind of sound and vibe. And then Aomari was probably the new one. It was like a learning how to do it differently. I guess every time I'm just like relearning how to do an album.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's probably it. It's kind of progression. I'm learning about myself, I guess.
I'd
I feel good on that one. I feel good about that.
Yeah. That's actually a decent answer for that question. Actually,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
So how many songs did you make for the album, and why did you only pick the songs that you put on the album?
11, I think, is the amount of tracks. Let me see. Let me count.
I think it's either 11 or 12.
8, 10, 11. Yeah, it's 11. So yeah, I did 11 tracks for this album. And then I guess I just picked them because they worked. I guess that's all it really was. Is like the first one, kind of is like a tail end of Flower in the Snow, going into then the actual like kind of going into the vibe of the album, and then the next just track 3 and 4 really flow really well together, and then ending it on Free Fall, which was the first single, going into the interlude, and then setting up for the second half of the album, which it's, like I said, it's kind of 2 different projects. It's like 2 little EPs put together. But they kind of all like, they have the first 4 songs on each half kind of flow together, and then into like a more poignant, like stronger ending song, and then that's kind of how it goes for that album. But I guess I just, some of the songs I made, like specifically, I wanted them to specifically be for this project, but I just started like putting them together and they worked, and then I was like, okay, and then if I came up with a song that I didn't like on it, I'd just throw on something else. Or just put it aside or whatever. But yeah, it's just kind of what felt right.
Do you think you had kind of like a little bit of like, I would say kind of like a writer's block at some point when you were making this album?
Maybe not with this album. I feel like when I get on the vibe of making an album, I do it to do it. Like I'll finish it, and then usually I don't know. I do get writer's block sometimes during an album, but usually it's I feel like I didn't really get anything stuck with this. It felt pretty flowy to me. It was more working, like some of the features were a little bit harder to get finalized just because of how people would record. So it, like part of that was like a little bit challenging to get that situated. But yeah, after getting everything squared, it was pretty set.
All right, so this is probably, so we're down to our last 2 questions of this podcast, by the way.
Ooh.
Last 2 questions of season 4. I believe this is episode 12 or 11.
Amazing.
I think these 2 are pretty good. I'm going to ask this one first and save this one for
Dude,
for last.
If these are pretty good, oh shit. All right, keep it coming.
Okay, so this one would be, who would you want next to make a song with, and who would you love to make a song with next?
Like realistically or like unrealistically?
Let's do both. Let's do both.
Okay. Unrealistically, Post Malone would be really cool.
That'd be sick.
I'd probably have a lot of funds from that one. And a lot of notoriety. That would be really cool. Not just for that. I mean, I love Post Malone. I would want to do it regardless of his fame or whatever. But Post Malone would be like the unrealistic next feature, and then realistic next feature is my buddy Gone Ghost. We're trying to get something together, but I really want to get him on a project. And I've always looked up to him. He's a very talented individual, and you all should also check out him. Shouts out Gone Ghost. All platforms, or no, just SoundCloud. Not all platforms, just SoundCloud. But we love Gone Ghost. And he's a good friend of mine. It would be, we're hopefully working on some stuff. Maybe get Sam Savage would be another another local artist. He's really, really talented. He's on all platforms. Sam, money sign for both the S's, Sam Savage. Either of those guys would be like very, very attainable, but that would be really cool to have either of them on an album or just a song or whatever. And I do have some music with Sam, but I'm talking more like the folky kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because they both kind of do rap. Gone Ghost does more hyper pop, but Sam does rap, so it'd be really cool to get them to do something way out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of good. I mean, you and Sam did pretty well too at that.
Yeah, dude, that was so cool.
That was good.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
All right, so this question might be pushing it a little bit. I don't know though. will you have a deluxe edition of this
Yo,
album?
fuck off. No, I was gonna do that and I decided against it. That's so funny. Dude, you're fucking kidding me.
No, I'm generally that's a question.
So wild. I had like a whole deluxe album planned, and then I said, "Fuck it, I don't want to do that." But I literally have I'm literally going to my photos right now. I know no one can see this except for me, but I have these files or folders on my photos app where it's like all my album covers and shit. And I literally have a black and white Aomari album cover that I was gonna do a deluxe for, and I had like 4 extra songs, but then I just put them somewhere else because I was like, nah, I just want this to be its own thing. That's crazy. I was not expecting that. Holy shit.
I knew that would have been a good one to save for last.
Yeah, that was great. I was like, holy fuck, I was
Holy
literally
shit.
gonna do that and then just didn't do it.
Well, no, because like
so funny.
it was kind of funny to me because like it kind of just came to me like in my head when I was writing these questions last night, and I'm like, so just give you guys like a little heads up. We planned this podcast like multiple times and none of them worked until today. So I had a whole bunch of time to get questions down, and I just keep forgetting to write them down, and then they finally came back. And last night when we were like, yo, let's run it tomorrow, like, yep. So we ran it today, and I had all these questions yesterday. I literally just came up with them all in my head yesterday.
Beautiful.
And some of them came back, and obviously, like I said, some come through when, you know, he answers the question, whatever. And like,
right.
This one was never a thing on like the original like questions that I was gonna ask you. And then it just came to me like before I went to bed. I was up at like 11:30 last night, and I was just like, I need to write this question down or I'm gonna fucking forget it. So I wrote down, will you have a deluxe edition of this album?
Holy shit.
Because
no.
No.
No. I already thought about that.
But like, I don't know. It came to me. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like, because I was like, I don't know if he'll like do it with like Flower in the Snow, because where it's like a special like edition, like it's a special album for him, and like, you know, it's like his baby. Like I don't know if he'll do it with that one, but like,
dude, I literally heard, like, I cut you off mid question, I think, because you were like, will you have a I was like, no. Like, oh my God. That's so funny. I clued in instantly. That's so funny. Holy shit. Always asking the best questions out here, bro.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. I just feel like that would have been a good one.
Yeah. I mean, I did have it planned, but I was like, I just didn't feel right about the way that the deluxe songs were working, so it just didn't fit for me.
Do you think, like, future-wise, would you start making, like, deluxe albums of?
Oh, yeah, I've done that before, but, yeah, it definitely will happen. I don't know, it just didn't really feel right this time around.
You just gotta make it feel pretty good about...
It has to, I have to fuck with it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you'd be like, oh, I can release, like, you know, 12, 11 songs, and later I'll probably release a deluxe edition for it.
Yeah, I mean, I still have time. I still could. So this could be it. Guys, I'm doing a deluxe. That's great.
Oh my God.
I mean, that was a great last question too. I think you nailed it on the head with that.
Hell yeah. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, that was great. That was great, dude.
So yeah, guys, that concludes this podcast with Jrdn. Obviously he'll fucking be back. Don't worry, he'll be fucking back.
I'll be back.
It could be for a new album. It could just be shooting the shit. It could be, you know, whatever the hell it is. Obviously, now it's your time to shine, Jrdn. Get promoting.
So my new album Aomari comes out August 6th. I had to think on that one. August 6th. We got 3 singles. They all should be out by the time this episode drops. You can find me on all platforms under Jrdn. SoundCloud's the acronym version of Jrdn. Jrdn207 for Instagram. I'm on TikTok. Yeah, again, all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. If you listen to Tidal, I don't know about that, but like Tidal, anywhere you listen to your music, I'm there. YouTube, SoundCloud, all of that. I love each and every one of you for tuning into this podcast. This is an amazing podcast. They're doing amazing shit out here. We're all doing amazing shit. Love yourself. Bless up. I don't know. Stay safe. Don't do drugs. That's about it.
That's what Jordan's got for you guys. Guys, all I have for you is just don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe. We are basically on all listening platforms that you can get podcasts on. So far, what I can list off is Anchor, Google, Apple, and Spotify. Trying to get on Amazon, it's a little difficult. I've been working. Yeah, but I mean it's another good platform, but well, working out kinks.
They're hard to do.
They are very, very hard. I've been working on it for 2 years now.
Yeah.
So, and we're also on YouTube as well, even YouTube podcasts as well. You can look us up on probably almost any podcast thing. We most likely were on it. Guys, don't forget to check out Jrdn. All his links will be in the description below of the podcast description and YouTube. That's all I got for you guys. Oh yeah, also don't forget to subscribe to my Golden Ninja 03 Games channel and the Matt and Maya vlog channel where Jrdn actually made the intro for. And also he'll be making the intro at the beginning of this podcast as well. So we appreciate you guys listening. Thank you guys so much for being patient with us with how the podcast is. I also one thing that I forgot to mention in the beginning of the podcast was I just want to thank you guys so much for the where was it? Where'd it go? I had it and now it's gone. This is a bullshit. There we go. So I want to thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast because we actually recently just hit 751 downloads and plays.
Yo, that's actually sick. You guys should check this out more and get it up more.
Yeah.
Because they're making moves.
Hell yeah. But I want to thank you guys so much for that. That is a great milestone for a 26 following podcast on Spotify and 70 on YouTube, 70 here, 70 there, 40 there, whatever. I don't know. I lost count of how many followers I have on each count. But I want to thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done. Keep supporting Jrdn. He'll be back for the 6th time. Hopefully we're going to get Tyler on for his fucking 3rd or 4th time.
Tyler, Jrdn fucking crossover episode.
Yo.
Next episode?
Yo. Hold up. You just got my mind going, dog.
The Tyler Jrdn crossover. Let's go, baby.
Yo.
Me and him shoot like no tomorrow, dog.
Jrdn, Hypno World, Chasing a Dream, aka Golden Ninja 03, all in one podcast episode. Yo. That would actually go hard because every time me and Tyler are in a pod, me and him shoot the shit all the time.
Yeah.
And same with you and me, we shoot the shit all the time. Like we all have history. Yo, that would go so hard. Guys, if you want that, we'll get it.
Yeah.
And that will count as your 7th or 6th and Tyler's 3rd, 4th.
Yeah.
Yo, I gotta pitch that to Tyler now.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to Tyler about that.
Please do, because I'm so down for that. That'd be so cute.
I'll make a group chat with you, me, and Tyler, and we'll talk about it. We'll get it going. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much. Subscribe, like, share, follow, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of Chasing the Dream podcast.